Hey, I'm Tom Winkler, creator of Whack Your Boss and Duty Man and Whack Your Ex. And I'm showing you today the new app, Trumpland, Whack Your Boss Trumpland, with all Donald Trump animations. And I wanted to show you some of the tricks that I do when I do animation. All the animations start off with him standing here, and then you swipe up, down, left, and right. And we're gonna show you today all the down swipes.
I just want them to suffer.
This is called a motion blur, and I use it to take one frame and blur from the standing pose to the crouching pose.
I just want them to suffer. I've been watching you for the last couple of weeks.
So there's two animations there. I used the same body style, and I just used the, I took the lightsaber away, and I made his hand a little more like a claw, and he's pointing.
We can't do anything right.
They're everywhere. When the hands go up, everywhere. Used those little pink flesh tone lines there are used to bring his hands from here to here quickly, but the human eye barely recognizes it.
We can't do anything right.
There was also a motion blur here when he first goes from the standing pose again. I did the eyeballs, whoosh, and I love the way his little puppet feet go down. And here's how you do that bounce. He goes from this pose, we have the motion blur, the feet go up. See that? The feet are down there, the feet go up. They go down, up again, a little bit out, down, and then a settling to this pose here. That little last movement is tiny, right? But it works perfectly.
We can't do anything right. I'm a nice guy. I have really nothing better to do.
Also the tie, I thought it was very important to have the tie settle in when he lands. See, the tie is up as it goes down. The tie is going the opposite. He's going down, but the tie is going up, and then slap, the tie lands.
I have really nothing better.
It follows after. It follows the action of him going down a little slower.
I have really nothing better to do. Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
Same pose as the pointing one, except I made it black.
We don't have victories anymore. Wrong, violence, hatred, and fear.
So these are all the down swipes. So on the app, when he's standing, you swipe down and he gets pushed down into the tree branch. The executive branch. Get it? It's comedy.
Be quiet and just hit him, right? Just hit him.
That's right. I had to do an Incredible Hulk joke because it was power. He's saying you have to hit him. So why not?
He's a nasty guy. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him anywhere once they get to know him.
Ah. See, I changed the story. He was obviously talking about somebody else, but I changed the story as he looks into the mirror.
You have to speak English. It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
I think I made the fingers go squish a little bit. Let's see.
They gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Yeah, see that? I made the fingers just tighten a little bit when he lands there. When the fingers come up and settle to their pose, they tighten just a little.
They gave me a small loan of $1 million.
These subtle things, I hope, they help make the app better. Whack Your Boss Trumpland, available on Android and iOS.
Many, many, many millions of dollars. Death. Sit down. They've done so much to ridicule me over the years. Somebody criticized me the other day. Terribly hurt.
I like that one. He was so sad in his voice, I decided to make a really droopy pose. Nice, we call it the line of action, that swoop.
Danger.
I liked it so much, I used it again on the word danger. These are the taps, these last ones here. I'll show you a few of these. These are when you tap in the center of the screen. He just does these. I did these mostly by having these sound effects, and I used the sound effects to inspire the animation. So that sound effect, that cartoon effect, and all I did was just, if you look here, I just do little things like the eyes are just fluctuating a little bit. The hairline on the top there is just fluctuating a little bit. But with the sound effect, this becomes a very active piece of animation. Next. Now that one, you know what that one's from? Whack Your Boss 2. As you'll recall, our hero kicks the boss, runs past him, goes to the water cooler, grabs the tube, slowly. Now here we see the shapes, the arms slowly, the belly slowly, the whole body, all the way up to here, bammo. And then what I did was I I pushed all the frames together so everything happens quicker here. The arms, everything, the body blowing up to that point there, and then I obviously have it go back down, where in the Whack Your Boss he bursts at this point here. But I have him go back down because he has to return to this pose here. And gosh, I gotta say, this thing was so fun to draw. It was so fun to draw all these frames here. I know today people probably just create this with AI, but it was really fun to make all this movement, the back and forth of these shoulders here, the belly bursting out, then the legs. It's always a nice trick too, to have things go back a bit and then move forward. So you just have, oh, see there's a couple of hesitations, even there too. All these subtle hesitations here. See here, he's going forward, goes backward, forward, bigger, 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 bigger. All these movements, so fun to draw this stuff. And as I put so much time into it, into the Whack Your Boss, that I wanted to reuse it here in the Trump app. So fun to make. You know, so much of animation is about physics. The heavy thing gets heavy, it droops down, the hand goes down, it settles into its place here. Same thing with the first hand here too. Let me start with the first one. The hand gets big and it droops down and then it bounces up again. So it starts to droop down, it moves down, down, down. Here it stretches and then bounces up. That's how physics works. That's how things would really move. Just go through this slowly for you if you're curious to see how it moves in slow motion. I've always got that tube animation going, the cycle of the tube, but the arms and the legs. Now the stomach pops out, and there's where I had it go backwards again too. Did you see that? Here, backwards again also. I'll play that again for you. So watch the body, it moves, but it moves forward and then it retracts, and that helps the overall movement. Right there it retracted. We'll go back one. See, it was forward, back, even back again, now forward again, back again, back again, bigger, bigger, bigger. His tie disappears. Did you see that? Look at that. Totally sloppy animator. Look at me. Doesn't matter though. It's all about the acting and the action. This is what pushes him off. This final pose pushes off our hero. Boink, pushes him off, he lands, and then kablooey. Also, wanted to show you how I make that Hulk transition happen. So, just a few frames. Green hands, see that? Flesh hands, green hands, the hand grows a little bit. He turns purple a little bit. Down to the waist purple. The fist is there, goes to its final bounce, and that's it.
It just hit him, right? Just hit him.
Well, thanks for being a fan. Remember to click subscribe and ring the bell so you get all future updates from me. I've also got a mailing list. You can join that. I think you've seen that on the site. And thanks again. See you next time.